I'm tired of picking up quests. It's like actually getting infuriating. Whoa, 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 put the guns down. Jesus.
Already stowed. Fuel?
My goodness. Back to the grind. Apply for a job at Rage and Industries. What? What? See what I mean? Like, quests are just appearing in my journal now. They're just showing up. I'm not even doing nothing. Oh, a little bit of stutter there.
This space is a memorial to those lost during the Colony War. Your consideration is requested.
Man. Okay.
That's because in Ambassador Radcliffe's head, the Free Star Collective and the UC are still fighting the Colony War. We just need to convince her that President Abeyo isn't the same as her predecessors. That an adversarial UC is a thing of the past.
Does Radcliffe even need to be involved?
President Abeyo wants to foster relations, not fracture them. Keep up.
We'll make sure she knows, ma'am.
Good. I'll see you at the 11:30 then. You're not with Interstellar Affairs too, are you?
So you've really got quite the walk.
We may be in a United Colonies city, but Constellation is an entirely neutral entity, and always has been.
Watch, you can probably change that. Man, my guy's in full sprint, like, constantly.
Here we are, the lodge. The front door should unlock if you hold up the watch that Barrett gave you. I have messaged the other members of Constellation. They will be waiting for us inside.
Gee, okay. Let's go. You know, now that I look at he's kind of like almost Henry Cavill-esque. You know what I mean? Or who's that guy they got to play Superman now? He kind of looks like that. I don't remember his name, but, like, that's what it's reminding me of. I wonder how often the watch is actually going to get used.
Captain Howell, everyone will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
Oh, please. Ridiculous. Easiest bet I'll ever win.
You really think what I'm suggesting is so outlandish? All the phenomenon we see out in the stars, and what I'm saying is the most impossible theory?
You two keep going on like this, and I'm banning wages. I'm serious.
We'll play nice. Just a little friendly conversation, Sarah, that's all.
Let me save. How do I save? Is there, like, a... Save? Yeah, I was gonna say, I've not made any actual saves yet.
We appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't?
Doesn't matter. Pirates attacked. Barrett asked me to deliver this artifact.
I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
Oh,
This
man.
is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter,
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. He's here with the artifact.
thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything?
It was bright lights and music.
Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
There. Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Cadre, if you expect us to believe in fairy tales...
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
But, gentlemen, can we please focus? Noel, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
That's it.
He just throws it.
To imagine. We thought there were only 2 of them at first.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves that...
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Cadre?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting, now would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours?
You want me in Constellation. What does that mean? What's expected?
We're all here because we're committed to exploring space. Humanity may have settled the stars, but that doesn't mean we should stop diving into the unknown. Beyond that, you'll be expected to use your own judgment, just like the rest of us.
How much do you know about the artifacts? What are they?
Individually, they're just odd hunks of metal, another oddity from the uncharted reaches of space. As to what they are, what they're building, well, you'll be part of solving that puzzle now.
Alright, I'm in. Tell me what happens next.
You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members aren't here, but you'll meet them soon. Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
Oh, that's nice and sleek. So that just... O2 is consumed with exertion such as sprinting, melee attacks, and jumping. So can I boost with this, or do I need the perk? Oh, well. Let's take a look. Okay, that's a little confusing. Well, actually, yeah, hold on. Stealth. That. We're gonna need that. Well, I guess let's start talking.
Everyone's excited by the artifacts, but we need to be as objective as possible and be aware of possible negative effects. We've always considered ourselves explorers, but this really is uncharted territory, isn't it?
You seem to know a lot about these artifacts.
Oh, gosh. No, I mean, that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had
Just like
two,
the devs.
and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us.
How long have you been working on all this?
Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. It's a shame he isn't here to see this.
The vision I saw. What do you think it was?
Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something. An energy surge, some other phenomenon.
But Barrett saw something too.
He did. At the time, well, it's Barrett. We weren't sure if he was kidding around. Clearly, he wasn't.
Well, whatever I saw and heard, it wasn't coming from me.
Unfortunately, that's what a lot of people report in these situations. I'm not saying you didn't really see anything, just that it's really hard to determine after the fact. It's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right?
I was wondering about other types of exploration work, besides the artifacts.
Of course. There's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet.
Well, let me know how I can help you learn more.
Well, right now nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition, I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're gonna be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands.
Organic stuff, got it. How would organic resources help with learning about the artifacts?
I can't be certain that they will, but more data points are always a good thing. I don't want to rule out anything that could provide a breakthrough. And if it sweetens
just
the deal,
do it.
I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep.
Oh, I happen to have something. Yeah, look at that.
Great, let's see what you have.
Holy shit, how many credits did they give me? I had 4,000 before, and I got 1,300. What the fuck? Well, here. Let's just give you one of everything, because I don't really know what it is you're asking for here. Anal Geisic. Okay. Let's just give you one of everything. Or never mind. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with that. Sarah said something about a place for me to stay.
Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour. Right. So you've seen the library, obviously. Walter's quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs. Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here.
Hello there, Vasco.
Greetings, Walter Stroud. How may I assist you?
I don't need anything. Just, checking in, seeing how you're doing.
At present, all systems are functioning well within established parameters.
Right. Well then, keep up the good work.
Yes, Walter Stroud. I will.
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself, within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full.
So have they just been accepting people willy-nilly, or is, like, what's the deal? I didn't even realize there's 10 of them. Which means I'm the 11th member. Of course.
Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy!
Moby Dick. Nicholas Nickleby. Exotic bottle. Just pillage Constellation for all of their things and sell it. That'd be pretty funny. I have a storage container, okay. A Chronomark watch case. Oh look, they put the they put the case in the game, of course they did. Alright, well, can I sleep? I can, but probably shouldn't do that yet. My character will never sleep. Model of the Frontier. Let's just start poking around in everybody's rooms. That's typical Bethesda fashion. That's the first thing you should be doing. Inaccessible, of course. Interesting. No, they're inaccessible. Okay, so they really don't want you to steal from these people. That kind of sucks. This is the common room. Okay, so this is the meeting hall. Mateo's room. Does he sleep on the floor? It just seems so out of place. He's just got a little poster. His bed's so much bigger than mine. What the hell? Whoa. Science room for science. Sure. Pharmaceutical lab. Okay, that's where you would make chems. Oh, this is somebody's room. Oh. Goodness. Alright. This is the bathroom. Nice mirrors. Still don't have that technology yet. Okay. It's 2023 and Bethesda can't figure out reflective surfaces like every other game dev has at this point. Free money. I'll take that. Thank you. Report on Constellation. Following is an excerpt of a news report. Although Constellation's relevance has been the subject of much debate among New Atlantis, the disappearance of the founder, Sebastian Banks, was a blow most felt in the organization couldn't survive. In fact, Constellation's disbanding seemed imminent until member Chloe Bao changed her vote in the 11th hour, thus ensuring the group's continued operation, at least for the time being, as well as her unexpected appointment to the position of chair. Oh, there's like a shit ton of credits. These guys gotta just stop leaving their money lying around, huh? Look at that. Free money. Hourglass.
Face to face, I mean.
Haven't gone up there recently. Is everything okay?
Oh, I just don't know how he does it. Up there all alone for so long.
Some people love that kind of space. Pun intended.
Classic Bethesda conversation. Ooh. Oh, an actual book. Whoa! Finally. Seems like just yesterday I pulled into the exciting new organization, Constellation. We would push the boundaries of human knowledge and experience by exploring farther into space than anyone has before. For all into the Starfield. God, I was so young. We all were, but I was the youngest of us all. Now here we are on the brink of disaster. The colony war may be over, but the settled systems seem to just be waiting for the next one. Exploration is now, at its best, quaint, and at its worst, irrelevant. Fortunately, and it was no small feat, I've managed to put together a list of potential members. They are Irvin Madani, young biologist and physician, Freestar Collective, Barrett, promising young physicist from the UC, Alice Campbell, woman of action and pilot, claims to have flown every type of ship at least once, Russell Luther, astronomer and former Freestar Collective military argumentative. I've never seen that word before in my life. Vizola Chen, philosopher historian, specializes in humanity's early days of space exploration. Jin Tao Min, dedicated to finding truth among the stars. Neon Hitman. Oh boy. With any luck, this new blood will be just what Constellation needs to get going. Maybe. This is the former Constellation chair. So what happens to those people? Do they just vanish, or do they step down? Clark Lewis. Whose room is this? Where am I? Alright, somebody works out. Oh, is this Barrett's room? Because of the, baseball stuff. Economic Meltdown. You know, that's a band name, for sure. The fuck is that? Toy spaceship. Man, that looks a lot like one that I had. That's kind of freaky. I don't like that, actually. Drink pack, white wine. Don't mind if I do. I'll take that. Digipix, give me that. Jeez. Well, this clearly isn't somebody's room. It's just storage. Yeah, this is where we keep all the garbage. Ah, okay, yeah. Utilities. I do like how this is a well-realized building. It has a bathroom, it has a fucking broom closet, you know what I mean? They actually accounted for all of the things that people would and should have in their houses. We'll see how consistent that is. Oh wow, they do have quite a bit here, huh? Chardonnay. Well, I mean, that's it, but still. It's pretty nice, within reason. Immediately goes to drink Sir Livingston's journal. I can't read that.
You don't seem to spend much time at home.
Oh no, I can. Sir Malcolm Livingstone's appointment to the role of Constellation Chair was controversial, to say the least, as he essentially bought his way into the position. Oh. Nevertheless, Banks's contributions to the organization were substantial, as evidenced by the excerpt from his personal journal. I'm not reading this whole thing. So this is the guy responsible for making it look the way it does. There's a reason this place looks so traditional.
When I am home, I remain preoccupied with Constellation's work, which renders me cantankerous. My wife has therefore decided it is best time to our business here for now, for both our sakes.
Huh. Well, if it works for you.
There's just some asshole jumping around in the building.
Take note.
Alright, let's talk to Willem Dafoe here.
Yes, even the kid. Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line.
I've been called worse.
Still doesn't excuse it. My frustrations lie more with Barrett. Not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard.
I hope the drinks are at least free. Glad to be here.
By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects, if you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance. So I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need.
This isn't what I'd expect. Oh, wait. Hold on. This isn't where I'd expect to find a CEO.
Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the Lodge home, as much as anywhere else.
What kind of company is Stroud Eklund?
We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days.
What's your role in Constellation?
Me? Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here.
You think the vision I had means anything?
Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you?
Never seen anything like that in my life.
Yes, I imagined as much. Barrett expressed something similar, in his own unique way. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years. Goodbye.
Ask if you've got questions. Speak up if you have ideas. We're all here for the same reason. Are you doing okay? I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else. You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us.
What brought you to Constellation?
Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation.
These artifacts all come out of caves?
Second one was on Kazal, buried the same as the one you found. But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust?
What do you make of the visions I saw?
I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but, you know, if the label fits.
You think this was a religious experience?
Not necessarily, no, but it does kind of have the hallmarks of one, doesn't it? I'm certainly not going to rule it out just yet.
All I know is I've never experienced anything like it.
That sure lines up with everything else about these artifacts. It's all connected. We're going to get to the bottom of this. We just need more data, which means more artifacts.
Take care of yourself.
Don't yell at me, kid. Jesus.
Well, I suppose that station in orbit has more than paid for itself at this point.
All right.
So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else?
So what is Constellation? What do you do?
We're explorers. Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. We just take that a little more seriously than others. We were founded decades ago by a man named Sebastian Banks. He wanted a small group of people from all corners of the settled systems dedicated to the biggest question of all. What's out there? These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
How well known is Constellation?
I don't know what you've heard, but I can imagine. First of all, I think you can dismiss any stories about us no longer existing. I don't believe in smearing our name everywhere we can. Exploring the universe, charting the unknown, that's what counts. Besides, having a little mystery gives us room to maneuver. A fixed reputation could fence us in a lot of ways.
What do you know about the artifacts?
Not much, but you've seen them for yourself. It doesn't take a lot to realize we're dealing with something extraordinary. Just what that is, we'll have to figure out. It's what we do.
All right, I'm ready.
We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually, but a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising.
Other people have artifacts?
We have to assume that we're not the only ones to have stumbled into this mystery. But most people aren't going into space looking for the unknown. They're looking for places to settle, resources to extract, territory to defend. An odd-looking rock or a single strange hunk of metal wouldn't mean much to them. That's why Constellation exists, in a way, to put pieces like this together.
The UC Vanguard?
A volunteer force that helps defend the edges of United Colonies space. They're always looking for recruits. Lots of retired veterans and dangerous professionals mixed in with part-timers who barely have a laser cannon welded to a hull. My contact is in the recruiting office, so he hears a lot about what the volunteers are up to.
Good. Chance to learn more about the United Colonies. I don't know, that might come off as ominous and threatening in a way. I have to admit, I'm excited. My first mission.
Felt the same way when I started, too. There's an electricity in the air when you know you're about to uncover something. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Jesus. Sarah will be locked as your follower. What do I get out of this? Constellation have a salary? Got it. You and me until we find that artifact.
We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen. Whatever you were before, or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care. So long as you don't bring UC security to our doorstep. Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Understood?
What do you mean? You don't care if I steal as long as I don't get caught?
I mean, Constellation has a roster of members who haven't always been on the right side of their respective society. We're risk-takers. Some of us have seen the inside of a jail cell more than once. If you join us, it means you're committed to our mission. In exchange, we give you latitude in your choice of means.
Understood.
Good. Let's take a little stroll through New Atlantis, shall we? We need to talk to John Tuala in Mast.
Get out of here. How did you know there was an artifact on Vectera?
You can thank Barrett for that, if he's still around to thank when this is all said and done. Honestly, he took this seriously before any of us. It was at his urging that we started doing deep space scans. I will admit, it was something of a shock to see Barrett taking anything seriously.
Mind if I ask you some personal questions?
Ask whatever you'd like.
You have any religious beliefs?
My parents considered themselves to be enlightened, but their lives were so busy they rarely pursued their beliefs. By the time I was old enough to start questioning these things, the idea of following any organized religion was almost an afterthought. It's not that I don't want to believe in anything, it's that my scientific mind is often at odds with my spiritual center. Having been out there, in the Starfield, seeing all those magnificent wonders with my own eyes, I need answers, not religious theory. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but don't worry. While we're on this journey together, I fully intend to respect your religious beliefs.
What do you consider your areas of expertise?
You mean, apart from being the chair of Constellation for the past 5 years? Well, let's see. I pride myself with my aptitude for astrodynamics, calculating optimal trajectories for grav jumping. That's been quite useful in the past. And as far as planetary exploration, my area of expertise is botany. So, don't worry. I won't let you eat anything that might put you in the hospital.
Is there anything you like to do for fun, besides exploring?
Exploration is my entire life. I consider it both a career and recreation. That being said, I will make a confession, but you have to promise to keep it between us. Before I graduated from school, I was in a band. And no, I don't mean the school band. I mean a rock band. We called ourselves Ironic Comet. A ridiculous name, I know. But we were just a bunch of teenagers getting together and having fun. And before you ask, no, I wasn't the lead singer. I actually played the drums. The band never really went anywhere, of course, but those were good times, and I remember them fondly.
Interesting.
Certainly. I always enjoy our little chats.
Alright, let's trade gear.
Feel
What do you
free to
have?
drop some stuff into my bag.
Does she have a gun? You should have a gun, lady. Holy crap. Alright, well, not too worried. I'm sure she has a weapon.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you. Captain,
Vasco?
Now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary. Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever need to build a base for field research.
Do you miss Barrett? Outpost development, what do you mean?
The exploration of an unknown planet can be a major undertaking. By building an outpost, you will be able to construct scanning equipment, resource extractors, and defenses. It is even possible to set up multiple outposts capable of manufacturing, allowing you to build advanced equipment.
Sounds useful. What kind of advanced equipment?
The scan booster is the most obvious, as it will enable you to detect landmarks and other points of interest from further away. Beyond that, extractors will allow you to collect raw materials of various types, while fabricators enable the manufacturing. A particularly prosperous outpost may even warrant the construction of cargo links, allowing you to share resources between other outposts you have built.
Okay, so Fallout 4 caravans. How do I know if a planet has the resources I
A
need?
planetary scan will reveal the presence of key inorganic resources, although rarer elements will be harder to find without training. And while a scan may detect the presence of life on a planet, you will have to analyze the native plants and animals yourself to know what compounds they produce.
Sounds useful. I'll try it next time I touch down on a planet.
The blueprints you need to construct an outpost should already be on your watch. It will automatically connect to any available materials for construction in your ship's cargo.
How long have you been part of Constellation?
I arrived along with many material goods purchased by the group's previous chair, Malcolm Livingstone. Despite several significant system replacements and upgrades, I have been online for 43 years.
You miss Barrett?
My primary function has been to support and protect Barrett during his travels. I am currently unable to do so. That is as capable as I can be of missing anyone. I believe Barrett would find your question amusing.
Jeez. Protecting Barrett must have been quite the challenge.
Barrett has, thus far, survived every mission on which we have embarked. It is therefore evident that my efforts have been successful. I suspect that Barrett would disagree with how necessary my intervention has been in any given situation.
I could use you on my crew, Vasco.
Captain Howell, I will proceed to my assigned post.
Holy shit, she's got fucking rank 4 astrodynamics. That's nuts. Only rank 2 leadership. Oh, you're the chair? Jeez, that's rough. Interesting, okay. Oh, it's the Apollo. Wow. That's pretty cool. Look at that David Lynch looking motherfucker. Alright, let's get out there. Let's get out there. Because I think... Oh, wait. What's this? Oh, okay. I can open this. Whoa, what's down here? Oh, this is the workbench and stuff. Okay, okay. Constellation mission board, cooking station, pharmaceutical lab, research lab. First things first, weapons. So, can I build? I don't have any nickel. Nickel, aluminum, chlorosalines. Sorry, chlorosilanes, it's different. Tungsten, lead, titanium. So optics and lasers, grip and stock, barrel. I feel like grip and stock should go first, but I do have nickel. Oh, I have a little bit of everything. Research for grip and stock have been completed. Okay. And grip and stock 2 is locked. So is that for this gun? Or is that grip and stock mods 1 for all guns? Like, it's a little confusing. Okay, so I don't have chlorosalines. Fuck. Keep fucking that up. Alright, well, that's a handful. Helmet mods. I don't have any of that stuff. Outpost development. Manufacturing. I don't have any adaptive frames. Okay. Well, let's dump the iron in there, now that, since we have it. So, okay. Decoration, maybe not. Robots. Yep, aluminum. What do we need here? Fiber. Structural stuff. Okay. Just ornamental now. Interesting. Oh, I've got tungsten that I can input. That's so bizarre how this works. Food and drink. Oh, okay, that's what bread is for. So you get these items, and then you input them. Strange. Genuinely very strange. Performance enhancement. Medical treatment. Plenty of aluminum. Damn, I need more tetrafluorides. Interesting. I can upgrade the cutter. Oh, it's just a skin. Okay. Wow, that's such a tiny reflex sight for it. Get a compensator, muzzle brake. It requires nickel and aluminum. Increases stability and hipfire accuracy at the cost of long-range accuracy. Long-range accuracy and stability at the cost of hipfire. Suppressor. Oh, and it's big and huge. Oh, that sucks. Tantalum, huh? Okay. A drum bag. Jeez. Explosive rounds. Large magazine, standard, tactical magazine. Lighter mag increases ADS and reload. That's pretty neat. White hot rounds. Burn on contact. Interesting. Laser sight. Recon laser sight. Marks enemies while aiming, greatly increases accuracy. Laser sight helps the target acquisition, increases accuracy. Cool. Okay. Internal. Air trigger. Faster fire rate. High velocity, increases accuracy and range. Receiver. Semi-automatic. Burst fire. 2-round burst. Binary trigger. Allows the weapon to fire on pull and release of the trigger for a faster fire rate. Whoa. Terbium, wow, you don't see that mentioned ever. Equinox. It's got laser, recon laser, laser sight, same deal. Medium scope, short scope, reflex sights. There are no irons for this gun. It's reflex sight or nothing. Stealth lasers, sure. Small battery. Cover. Whoa. Cool. Removed cover. Lowers accuracy while increasing aiming speed. Doesn't make any sense, but okay. Overclocked. Increases rate of fire. Precisely tuned to increase accuracy. Receiver. Fully automatic or semi-automatic? Okay. Furious Rattler. Long barrel. Okay, that looks pretty cool, though. Standard barrel. That looks pretty cool. I can install it. I do have the necessary parts to install that. Increases accuracy recoil at the end range. At the cost of it, yes. Lasers mounted on the side. That's interesting. So we got glow sights on right now. We can get a recon sight for it, a reflex. Compensator. Muzzle brake. Suppressor. Armor piercing. Large magazine. Well, that's actually kind of neat the way it coils down like that. Standard white hot. Air trigger, high powered, increases damage, just outright, and, okay. That requires internal mods 3, of course. Binary trigger, semi-automatic, okay. Long barrel. Short barrel. Stabilizing barrel. Accuracy and recoil at the cost of ADS speed while standing still, specifically. Standard barrel. Tech barrel. It increases accuracy, recoil speed, and ADS speed, period. Okay. Laser. Of course, it's mounted, like, right there. Optic. You can get a short scope, you can get a reflex sight. Muzzle. It's got a compensator. Muzzle brake. Suppress. Okay, at least the suppressor on this is pretty normal looking. Tactical grip. Okay, it just kind of changes the color of it. Lighter grip. Magazine. Yeah, I was gonna say, you can't increase the capacity of this. High powered, increases damage, increases accuracy and range. Receiver. Fully automatic. You can get it in burst fire. Fires 4-round bursts, or a semi-automatic one. I don't know why you would want that, though. Kraken. Barrel. I'm gonna bull barrel. Long barrel. Or suppressor barrel, which is odd. That it's in the barrel section and not in the muzzle section. Very strange indeed. Big old reflex sight for it. Drum mag. Gut buster rounds. Oh. Interesting. Large magazine. Standard issue. Air trigger, high powered, high velocity. Skin default. Maelstrom. Long barrel. Yeah, that looks ridiculous. Iron sights, and get a medium scope, short scope. Oh, that's the reflex sight, okay. Compensator, muzzle brake, suppressor. Standard, tactical grip. Okay, so that changes the whole look of it, okay. Armor piercing, drum mag, got buster rounds, large magazine, standard. Oh, and tactical underneath that, and white hot rounds. External, hair trigger, high powered, high velocity, receiver, fully automatic, semi-automatic, skin default. Okay. I do believe that's all the weapons we have. I don't really feel a need to upgrade any of my stuff. Mostly because I don't want to waste the resources. Especially on things that, like, I'm not even too certain I'm going to be keeping around for very long. So we're not going to mess with that. Spacesuit workbench. Let's take a look. What do we got here? Constellation pack. Extra capacity. Increases carrying capacity by 10. Hazard protection. Oxygen reserve. Emergency aid. Medic. Regeneration. Okay, yeah, that's... Okay, those are pretty useful. Basic boost pack, balanced. Entry level, no boost pack. Power boost pack with increased power output. Low duration, high intensity output. Boost height for mobility. Okay. Interesting. And then skin. Mining helmet, spacesuit. So what kind of stuff? Ballistics, EM, energy, so shielding mods, oxygen cause for sprinting or explosive damage shielding, which is an odd place for it. Exo servers, melee damage, damage resistance, period. Reduces detection from enemies, increases carrying capacity. Yeah, it's gonna be the carrying capacity one all day, every day at this point. And industrial world. So, quests. Jesus Christ. Warner asked me to go find his lost data slate. That's completed quests, then. Is it in activities? Start an outpost, craft or modify an item. Talk to Sergeant Yumi. Investigate the brownouts in the well. Check out the Constellation missions board. Okay, well, let's check out the Constellation missions boards right here. Wow. Look at those credit rewards. Holy shit. Can I accept all of these? Like, can I just take them all and complete them at my leisure? Or do they change all the time? You're looking for an experienced explorer, locate planet with emerging tectonics, crystalline crust, bolide bombardment, turbulent lithosphere, and then survey a planet. Well, I'll take that one. Accept this mission, yes. Planet survey progress is shown on the planet's info card on the star map. So can I just take all of these? Mission to locate a trade is the most challenging survey mission. Oh, Lord. Alright, fuck it. We'll take all of them. Take all of them. I'm assuming I don't have a time limit to do these. Industrial workbench. Allows you to create basic manufactured components which can be used for building your structure. The raw resources used. Okay. Okay, so I can make an adaptive frame. And a magnet thing. And I can make 0 wire as well. Okay, cool.
Good thing you had the schematics for that.
Oh, leveled up. Cool. What else they got around here? What the hell? Whose room is this? Look at this horrible... Oh, jeez. Whose room is this is a really good question. They're like a child. Cheddar snack and cracker. Yeah. It's a child's room. Diabolic agents, don't mind if I do. Whose room is this? I'd love to know. Who sleeps down here? There's a bathroom down. It's even got a downstairs bathroom. This place is nice. Chunks Cola. Give me that. Delicious chunks. I got a fork, pallet jack over there. The well. Interesting. I guess this is just stuff in storage. Whoa. How do I get my hand? Can I even pick this? This lock is too difficult. Of course it is. Okay. Well, we leveled up. So I need to spend 3 more points in physical to unlock the advanced physical skills. Simultaneously, we have commerce, buy for 10, sell for more. Chance you'll find extra credits when searching containers. Unlock the ability to pickpocket, steal from people. Ballistic weapons do more damage. Increases grav jump drives. Get more common and uncommon and organic stuff. Medicine, research methods. Tech. Ship's thrusters. Attempt to hack advanced locks. Targeting control systems. Boost packs. Guess we'll get this one. Okay. Let's carry on. So I think we've seen everything in this place now. I think we're good to get out of here. In fact, what time is it? God damn. It's nighttime. This place really, really knows how to just start. But I guess we've got all this other crap. Let's go, let's finish our little side quests that we were doing before we really get down and dirty into the business. But also, let's call it here, because I'm getting kind of tired. Not getting tired. I'm extremely hungry. You know who he kind of looks? He kind of looks like Rob Stark, almost. Alright, I'm getting distracted. I'm taking a break. This'll be the end of the first impressions. So far, it seems a little bit more advanced than I thought it was going to be, but it's still, like, the space stuff, man. I don't know, it just feels a little half-baked.
Hello, Captain.
Like, the space stuff specifically feels a little half-baked. The actual combat, right, like, it's smooth. It almost feels a bit too jittery, and the AI really doesn't seem to be, I don't want to say they're stupid. It's just, like, when you actually, like, get up to them, they don't do anything. Like, the amount of times I bum rushed the enemies and just punched them in the face and, like, unloaded in them, I don't know. It was kind of underwhelming. So I was almost geared more towards, like, expecting them to kill me pretty quick, and they really didn't. You just kind of light them up. I feel like target acquisition is also extremely difficult, as in, like, I can't see half the people I'm trying to shoot at. That's kind of annoying, but I guess when you get, like, the targeting lasers and stuff, it's going to make that a lot easier to actually figure out where the enemies are. Outside of that, graphically, the game is not as bad looking as I intended, or as I thought it was going to be. Although I will say, like, the lighting is still pretty rough, you know, as a Bethesda game, as it will, right? Because, like, as you can see right now, we're in the shade, and everything just looks really flat and bad, and really not how it would look. But of course, that's a game problem in general. You know, most games aren't going to look super hyper-realistic when it's nighttime and in the dark. Except for, like, I don't know, Red Dead, where you can't see a thing. But that's kind of how it should be. But, I don't know, we haven't really gotten into the crew gathering stuff, or the shipbuilding, or anything like that. Like, this game is very slow to start. Like, what, I've been doing this for 326 minutes. I don't know how much time that actually is, but it's been a while. And we're still not into the actual game yet. Like, yeah, of course, we've been dumped here, and we can go and do a bunch of quests and crap, like we're about to do next time. But this is like... how do I put it? It almost... too much. And because the game, like, really throws you into it, right? In an almost half-baked kind of way, where Barrett just shows up and says, "Here's my ship." I was like, really? Okay. And of course, like, you don't even have to go right to Constellation. I could have done all of these individual side quests before even meeting them, but I chose not to because I feel like I'd be missing out on a lot of, like, companion interactions if I did just kind of do them by myself. I feel like that defeats the purpose of having companions to interact with and whatnot. And Vasco is just... Vasco's pretty flavorless, not gonna lie. He is just a fucking robot. He doesn't do anything. He's just pretty lame. I mean, he obviously doesn't care about anyone or anything. He can't. He's a robot. And I guess that's what makes the Starfield robots so different from Star Wars and shit, is that they're just lifeless things. They have nothing to them. Like, yeah, he's a little accidentally sarcastic in a way, but he's got no real personality so far anyway. Like, he's just there. Story-wise, it's not... Well, like I said, it's too early to really tell. But so far, it really has just kind of thrown you in there without any rhyme or reason. Character-wise, my character is an explorer, right? Except he's not. He's a miner. You know what I mean? Like, why... I don't know. It just seems so strange to actively lock the character into... They were a miner before. Except in your background it says you're a bounty hunter, or a scoundrel, or an explorer, or a ronin, or whatever have you. And it's like, why limit the... I don't know. It's not as tightly written as all of the Elder Scrolls intros, where you wake up on a prison ship in Morrowind, or you wake up in the Imperial City prison in Oblivion, or you're on a fucking cart ride in Skyrim, and it's just, they don't tell you anything about you. You just know that you're imprisoned, whether wrongfully or correctly. You know what I mean? They even state that quite often. It's like, I don't know why you're in here, but, you know, you're in here for a reason. And that could be any reason. You can just make that up. Whereas with this, it's like, you're a miner. And funnily enough, that's not even an option in the backgrounds. You don't even get to pick miner. You just don't. The fuck's up with that? But I guess that would conflict with the fact that, like, this is only your second run in being a miner. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a job you picked up to make some money. But it just seems, I don't know, it strikes me as odd. It's an odd choice. Like, why not have it be, you know, a starship that you're on gets attacked or something by, like, I don't know, Crimson Fleet or Spacers or House Varun, like we've been hearing about fucking all the time here in New Atlantis already. Like, that would have been a much more, interesting intro. But I guess they needed to have the artifact be found or touched or whatever have you. I don't know. I feel like that could have been a bit tighter. It could have been a bit more of a better introductory experience. That way you actually have more real roleplay in the beginning. I mean, so far, like, what? No one's really mentioned me being an explorer outside of that one person in the beginning. But I've really only talked to, like, 5 people in fucking restaurants, so, like, you know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, but I'm fucking hungry. I'm gonna go eat lunch. But definitely enjoying it so far. Totally enjoying it.